Hi guys, welcome to Happy Visas. My name is Philip Port, and today I'm going to be speaking about who shouldn't apply for the British visa. There's certain people who will always be refused, certain nationalities will always be refused. And what I'm going to talk about in this video, I'm going to be talking why you'll always be refused, what you have to do, not to be refused, the Home Office's logic, in my opinion, and the guidance of the entry clearance officers. So, you're going to get a full overview of why you shouldn't apply for the British visa. So the first thing I would say is, the biggest refusal is obviously the general visit visa. You're visiting on a tourist visa. These are the most popular refusals. Now, most African countries will always be refused if you don't have good travel history. So if you're from Africa and you've never traveled before and you don't have a very, very good reason to go, same with Pakistan, same with Bangladesh, they're always going to refuse you. The people who get the visa, the people who get the British visa are, people who've been invited by a reputable company, people who are going on training. So what happens is you hear, oh, my friend got the visa, or this person got the visa, or that person got the visa. So a lot of people in Bangladesh, a lot of people in India, a lot of people in Africa, they use the last of their savings because they have hope, when actually everybody, was refused, except for those who were invited, on a work visa where it's the company inviting you, or it's on a business visa where a reputable company is inviting you. And obviously the Home Office knows these reputable companies, or it's a spouse visa. They've got married and they move into the UK for marriage. So people hear that, oh yeah, they got the visa. But you've got to ask yourself, what type of visa? And why did they get the visa? Now, the entry clearance officers, obviously, they've got a job to do. They're given guidance. You must show that you've paid all your taxes. You must show that you've got strong ties to your home country. You have to show that you've got a good job, the salary's on the bank account. And even then, they can refuse you. Even with great travel history, they can happily refuse you. Now, the Home Office logic is, why let these people apply in the first place when you're going to refuse them? Maybe they could give you guidance and say, well, if you don't have travel history, if you don't have a job, if you don't have this, do not apply. But no, they'll happily take your money. They'll happily take your £125 or £120, whatever it is, at a bad exchange rate, because they normally charge you in dollars. It's a cash cow for the Home Office, so they love it when people, say, I got my British visa, and then it gives other people hope. So guys, just to recap, if you're from Pakistan and you've got no travel history, you don't have a good company inviting you to the UK, or you haven't been offered work in the UK and you've got a certificate of acceptance, you are always going to be refused in 99.9% of the time. And that 0.1% time is when the entry clearance officers makes a mistake. Occasionally they make a mistake in your favour. So people from Pakistan, people from Bangladesh, most countries in Africa, maybe exception, maybe South Africa, maybe Botswana, you're gonna, with them exceptions, you're gonna be refused the UK visa. Now, if you are married to a British citizen and they've paid all the taxes and they're earning £29,000 a year, easy to get the visa. If you're a computer scientist or a rocket scientist, and you've got a good company sponsoring your work permit and they've issued a certificate of acceptance or a COS, you're going to get the visa. But you're not going to get it on a tourist visa, I'm afraid. So, guys, don't waste your 125 quid. Drop me a line. I can, look at your documents. I can look, whether you've got any chance of getting the visa. But in all probability, if you don't have a good job, if you don't have travel history, if you haven't paid all your taxes, if the money's not showing on the bank account and you're from one of them countries that I've just mentioned, you're going to be refused. Guys, if you could like this video, I don't get paid for these videos. If you could subscribe, very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Thank you.